How's it going, bro? Welcome to this YouTube video. My name is David Fritz, and in this video I'm going to tell you exactly how to produce Avicii style house music. So the strange thing about this video is that Avicii didn't really even produce house music. He produced this typical EDM music, but I want to use the elements that he used and put it into my house music track and give it my own spin. So I already produced the track. We're going to basically just break it down together. So after you watch this whole video, you're going to understand exactly how to produce Avicii style house music. There's a few elements you can definitely implement also in your productions. So the reference track I use from Avicii is called SOS. You can definitely check that out as well right now. Basically that track has a few elements arrangement wise that I use in this production as well. So let's get straight into FL Studio.
There's got to be something more than the feeling you're giving me, 'cause I'm feeling locked up in the energy you're giving me. Nobody's ever gonna take your place. Yeah, I think we should meet in the middle. I'll follow you 'cause you're the light of the day. I need you like you need me, it's so simple.
So first let's go into the beginning of the track. So as you can hear already, every 4 bars a new element comes in. So the first 2 bars is just this introduction of a sound. I use this specific synth loop. And then straight from bar 5 I added multiple layers of chord progressions. So this is how it sounds like. So one layer just sounds like this. And the other one is just a piano. So as you can see, Avicii works a lot with layers, and that's exactly what I try to do as well. Then from bar 9 I added this Kashmir impact. And also followed by the respace, which is basically a preset I worked with from Silent 1. It's just a normal respace. I think what I did as well, I basically cut away a bit more of the high frequencies because the respace itself sounds like this. But I just wanted the low frequencies, that's why I cut away the most, the rest of it as well.
'Cause I'm feeling locked up in the energy you're giving me. Nobody's.
So every 4 bars you add something else, and I added this different, this clap with a lot of reverb. After bar 13, the respace notes follow basically the chord progressions.
Nobody's ever gonna take your place.
So as you can see in bar 13, the respace is the only element, the only instrument which basically alternates the notes. Like it changes up the notes, and that gives this feeling of something new is happening again, even though the chord progressions from the guitar and like basically the plucks and the piano, they're still playing exactly the same notes as before, just this time the respace is changing up notes, which gives us again this feeling of something else is coming. So just little changes like that create a bit of evolvement in the track.
Nobody's ever gonna take your place. Yeah, I think we should meet in the middle. I'll follow you 'cause you're the light of the day.
So on the drop comes now the most important element, which is again more multiple layers. First of all, let's work with the synth lead. So I obviously, as you can see, this is the main melody. I basically exported it as a file because it took away so much processing power for my computer because I used 3 different layers. But I have the pattern just here. This is again a preset I worked on from Serum. It's basically just this pads plug. Then I added another layer, which is basically, I think just, what is this? A harp or something? I'm not sure what exactly this is. It's like a very organic instrument again. And then I added another one. So I think this preset already had this oscillator enabled, but I removed it because I thought it doesn't make sense together with the other elements. So As you can see, mixing wise, I added on this channel, which is what this main melody is happening, I connected it to my drum delay channel. On there I have a fruity delay 2, which is basically installed with a setting 3, and then also a ping pong delay, pan a little bit to the left and to the right, which basically makes it more interesting. If you've gotten any value from this video so far, please make sure you like it right now and subscribe to my channel to not miss out any house music production or marketing tutorials in the future. So basically I wrote this main melody down, and then basically I needed an element in the background which supports this idea and maybe adds a bit, adds different harmonics to it. So I added this specific plug again, which is again a preset. I created that actually myself. It's called Glockenspiel, which is a German word for marimba or something. So the main melody together with a synth plug, the Glockenspiel, is sounding like this. Now the bass line. The bass line is a rolling bass line with a preset again from Silent 1. So as you can hear already, for Avicii-type EDM, you need to use a lot of chord progressions, and I'm talking about a lot and very, very emotional ones. If you are now still struggling to get your house music tracks sound professional and you're tired of endlessly tweaking on your mixdowns and you're just not getting that pro house sounds, then I have two game-changing options for you. Option number one is my Dear for Originals VIP coaching program. This is not just a regular coaching session, it's an elite deep dive program where I will personally guide you over 8 to 12 weeks to fix your mix and master for club-ready sound, arranging your tracks that keep your listeners hooked, and getting your music ready for record label signings. So basically we're going to work together closely and you're going to improve 10 times faster than just figuring out everything by yourself. If you're serious about leveling up your music production skills, then DM me VIP over Instagram and I will see if you're a good fit into my coaching program. Option number two is the most cost-effective one, which is to join my Dear for Originals online community, which is an exclusive membership community over Discord. So for just $10 a month, you're going to be able to participate in biweekly coaching calls where we're going to discuss basically all the topics that couldn't really be covered in the Discord group, which could be mixing or mastering or even arrangement. And you're going to also be part of a great community of house music producers who basically push each other to become better music producers. But here's the catch. For every 10 members who are joining this group, I'm increasing the monthly fee by 50%. So if you want to join for just $10 a month, do not wait. Subscribe now via the Gumroad link, which is under this video. And if you're ready for personalized VIP online coaching, message me VIP over Instagram and let's talk a little bit about your goals. I have already helped a bunch of house music producers to level up the game over YouTube or over online coaching. Just see for yourself.
I don't have anything else, but I definitely learned a lot, man. I really appreciate it.
You're very welcome.
I definitely wouldn't have found any of this stuff out on my own.
I took a one-on-one coaching with David Fritz. We met via Zoom and we got along right away. And he gave me a coaching regarding record box and preparing DJ sets for gigs. He shared his screen with me and he guided me step by step through record box. And thanks to his coaching, I'm now pretty confident that I'm able to prepare my own DJ sets with my own songs and will hopefully be able to play live gigs soon. New single dropping soon, stay tuned.
Especially the main lead melody needs to be a bit playful, but not too much playful. But this is the bass line. As you can see, the bass line sound is just a heavy Moog bass. It's just a setting, basically a preset you can get from Silent. Obviously an octave down. As you can hear, there's already quite a bit of processing done with the bass line. So basically what I did for the bass line mixing wise is parallel processing. So I connected this bass layer 4 to bass channel 2. On this channel I have installed a high pass filter, so to first of all cut away the high frequencies. Then I added a relay, which basically adds stereo image to the bass line. And then after that I have another LFO tool, which is basically ducking down to the kick. Without the second layer, without this channel, the bass line just sounds like this. So this you can add a bit of stereo image for the bass line, but you're not adding sub frequencies to the stereo image because that's what you never want to do. You're going to have issues when you're mixing and mastering your track. The kick again is a layered kick. So the first layer of the kick is Evolution of Sound, a really, really nice kick. I use a lot of time. As you can see already, I pitched it up a little because I think it made sense in the track. The second layer is this one. This is my own kick. Basically, I created in kick 2, I think, but this is just the top and this is just a click of the kick. As you can see, I cut away the low end. This is how the kick would sound like completely. Every element you want to add into this project needs to make sense. It's not a coincidence that this track sounds amazing. If you add a sample or percussion loop or a shaker loop, always make sure that first of all the groove is right, make sure the pitch is right as well, the energy is right as well, and then you have to then sometimes even cut away, chop up specific parts of the loop and just remove it because it's maybe even too much. Now the hi-hats as well, there as well I used multiple layers, so this is how the hi-hats sound like. As you can see, I used 1, 2, 3 layers of hi-hats. One is this one, other one is this one. 3 hi-hats. For the claps as well, I think I used again 1, 2 layers. As you can see, I should probably organize this a bit more. And then I also added evolution of sound, this little loop. As you can see, I cut away the end from the loop because there's a part I didn't like, which is this kind of scratch sound. It sounds quite cool, but I think it didn't make sense in the track, so I cut it away. And then we have also bongos here for the drums. And also percussions. From the second part of the drop, again, I added some emotional, very emotional piano chords because that's what Avicii does. Makes a lot of sense in the track. As you can hear already, there's also a string layer. Let's get to the breakdown of the track.
I've never seen the stars like how they're looking tonight. You must be shining your way over to me. There's something kind of physical that's burning the room. There's a reason that you're here and you know nobody's ever gonna take your place. Yeah, I think we should meet in the middle. I follow you cause you're the light of the day.
So as you can see now in this breakdown part, again I use the same thing, this clap, then this bass impact from Kashmir. Same, the plugs from the beginning already come in again, but now with a different layer. Now I added the strings again. I think this is actually a loop I got from Splice as well, the string layer. And then this kick pattern is a little bit different. Very simple, and then and then from the build up again, the re-space comes in.
There's got to be something more than...
As you can already hear, this main synth melody is repeating itself quite a bit. So from bar 85, which is basically 8 bars after the drop, I added a second higher layer to make it more interesting, which is just this one here. The reason why I did in the track this low pass filter for the main lead melody, as you can see here in this automation, because when the vocals come in, they take away a lot of the high frequencies, but if we have the synth lead and the piano and the vocals in the same frequency range all in the same time without cutting away any frequencies, they're clashing. Now comes the most important part, is because we're producing house music, usually we don't really need to create an intro or an outro, but because we want to produce professional house music, kind of like Avicii, I created a tiny little outro, and now comes a very, very massive production technique that you should definitely use in your productions as well. So basically, as you can see, the end is just the chord progressions and the vocals again, very short. It's just all the chord progressions played once, and then the vocals, and then finish. And basically what this gives us, because we're not repeating, usually in this kind of track we want to hear them twice, usually like 8 bars, but because the outro is literally just 4 bars, it's a very short outro, but it still makes sense. after the outro is finished and it sounds really pretty, people want to listen to it again because it's such a short outro. That's exactly what I've been realizing in SOS, the track. The outro is very short, and because it's so short, I want to re-listen to the track, which then gives Spotify again this message. People like to re-listen to the track because it's such good track. So that's why the outro just sounds like this.
Nobody's ever gonna take your place. I need you like you need me, it's so simple.
I could have easily just added the vocals again into it and just do it basically like this.
'Cause I'm feeling locked up in the energy you're giving me. Nobody's ever gonna take your place. I need you like you need me, it's so simple.
The chances are high that people don't want to listen to it again, so I basically made it really short, and this is exactly the reason why this track will be listened to a lot of times. I will release this track, by the way, in April 2025, so just a few more months. I really resonated with this. Comment below this video if you like this track, if you think this needs more work, if you don't like it. I understand if you don't like it, it's just personal preference, but I really believe in this track. I think it's really cool. So yeah, I hope you like this video. Make sure to check out this video as well, which explains exactly how to mix tech house tracks properly, a full in-depth mixing session by me, what I've been just producing the last few weeks. So make sure to check this out right now, and I'll see you bro in the next video.